The calendar's breakdown. I stared at my calendar in confusion as it sat on my desk, its pages blank except for the words "tired of being so booked" scribbled across the top. It was a typical Monday morning, and I had just received an email from our IT department about a scheduled meeting to discuss the new project timeline. Little did I know, this would be the last time I'd see my trusty calendar by my side. It all started a few days ago when I noticed that my calendar was acting strange. It would randomly skip dates and display incorrect times for meetings. At first, I thought it was just a minor glitch, but as the errors continued to pile up, I realized something more serious was going on. I tried restarting it, updating its software, and even consulting with our IT team, but nothing seemed to work. One evening, after a particularly grueling day at the office, I decided to take matters into my own hands. I sat down next to my calendar, which was still sitting on my desk, and began to talk to it as if it were a person. "What's going on, old friend?" I asked. "Why are you being so finicky all of a sudden?" The silence that followed was deafening. I decided to take a different approach the next day. Instead of trying to fix the calendar, I started to think about what it might be saying. Was it tired of being so booked? Did it feel overwhelmed by the constant stream of meetings and appointments? I began to wonder if my trusty sidekick was more than just an inanimate object. As the day went on, I found myself thinking about all the times my calendar had been there for me. It had helped me keep track of deadlines, remember important dates, and even plan my vacations. But at what cost? Was it worth sacrificing its own well-being for the sake of being useful? I decided to take a break from work and grab some lunch. As I sat down in the cafeteria, I noticed an old friend sitting across from me, our company's resident tech expert, Rachel. We started chatting about everything from our weekends to our favorite TV shows. It wasn't until she mentioned her own struggles with burnout that I realized what my calendar was trying to tell me. It's not just calendars that get tired, Rachel said with a knowing smile. Sometimes, we need to take a step back and reevaluate our priorities. Her words struck a chord deep within me. Was I pushing my calendar too hard? Was I neglecting its needs in favor of getting the job done? I returned to my desk feeling more determined than ever. I sat down next to my calendar, which was still sitting quietly on my desk, and began to talk to it again. "You're right," I said. "We both need a break," and with that, I decided to take a step back from our project timeline and reevaluate our priorities. It wasn't easy, but in the end, we came out stronger than ever. My calendar was no longer tired of being so booked, and I had learned a valuable lesson about taking care of myself and those around me. As for my trusty sidekick, it's still by my side, but now it's more than just an inanimate object. It's a reminder that even the smallest things can make a big difference. Comment your take on what you would do if your calendar quit.